The other night, Stacey posted this online. Now, Stacey, you said you had totally given up on parenting.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We have all been there.
I just resigned.
It's half term.
My post and thought, nah, I don't fancy this anymore. You know when you've had a day of it where they just spend the day, can I, mum, mummy, mother, and I think, no. I have nothing left because we have a rule where there's no games during the week, but they were moaning because it was half term and all their friends are allowed and blah blah.
Yeah.
And in the end, just dragging tellies in, I threw them their dinner. I was like, go, get away, enjoy yourself.
Well, you actually dragged those tellies in there.
I dragged them in. Yeah, they don't just live there. I'm not that bad. 3 different tellies.
Did you shut the door and go and do something else?
No, I watched the telly and I made them put headphones in so I couldn't hear the music of their games, and I just ignored them for a good hour.
See, I don't think that's giving up on parenting because you're in the same room as them. Technically, that's brilliant parenting. You didn't send them somewhere else to go and play your video games. You're caring. You brought them in.
Yeah, I feel the responsibility to watch what they're doing at all times.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to be a part of it. I just didn't want to stick to my own rules. Yeah. You know, you've had enough of
They are relentless
bearer.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, they can wear you down, can't they? And I mean, I don't know. I don't remember it from my childhood. I mean, not I'm saying my mum and dad let me do everything, but I mean, I ate sweeties till my teeth fell out. Whereas now you've got to parent your children, you've got to make sure their diet's right. My mum and dad never asked me what exercise I was doing when I was a
we were
kid.
out in the street, weren't
we were watching telly when we wanted to.
Wow.
It was.
I'd have loved to come
is
to
the
your
biggest
house.
problem, Janet, I think, is that you were out on the streets.
Yeah,
Even if
absolutely.
I let my 11-year-old, who's about to be in secondary school, play out, not one person in the neighbourhood, not one of his school friends is allowed to just go out on their bikes and play out. There is not that social life for children anymore, especially at that age. And so it's, what do? I have to be there, or a parent or guardian has to be there every second of every minute of every day.
I think that it is a shame. I mean, I remember the worst thing that I ever did, because we go to the park every single night, and my auntie had knitted me a particularly revolting cardigan, and we played rounders, and I remember putting it down, and when I came to go home, I thought, oh, my God, I've got dog poo all over my cardigan. It was brilliant. I never wore it again. My mother kept washing that cardigan. I go, sorry, I can't wear it. It's had dog poo on it. But that was about the limit of the policing. They used to say, well, when, you know, OK, off to the park, and we played in the street between the cars.
They didn't feel the need to entertain you.
It's such a shame.
No. You did get to entertain yourselves and you got to be children who were outdoor children. But I think the culture that we live in today, not just... I do fear for my children and I would worry if they were out on their own, but also I would then worry about if, God forbid, something did happen, the blame culture that we live in. It would be directly my fault. How could I even not look at them for a second? You have to keep your eyes on them at all times. And I think a lot of parents are worried about that judgment and they just think, do you know what, I don't want to
Don't you worry, though, that they're going to grow up and they won't be resourceful and they won't know how to act in unexpected situations, and that being by yourself all day, you know, like things went wrong with me and the dog put and everything, but then when I went on school holidays, we used to go to the beach all day if we were in North Wales. No one was policing us, and we might have fallen in the sea, we might have gone swimming at high tide when it was rough. My mother was down up the shops buying a bacon and chatting in Welsh all morning. I mean, she didn't seem to worry about us at all.
I think children nowadays would be really resourceful at being able to fix a computer or a telly or an iPhone, but I don't think many of them will know what to do in the wilderness, if I'm honest.
But I don't know what you mean. Nowadays, kids just don't necessarily just go knocking on each other's doors. You have to have a play date, and it all has to be sort of penciled in. It's one of the reasons I live in a cul-de-sac, and it's one of the reasons I moved there, because my kids were young when I moved there, and obviously they're older now. You know, Finney's nearly 18, so he does not just want to go have the kids round to come and play. It's very different. But back then, when they were little, the door was on the latch, and kids were in and out, and, you know, I'd be washing up and turn around, and there'd be a random 4-year-old in my kitchen, which was just how I liked it. You know, everyone we were in and out of each other's houses.